Welcome to Soul Infused Monday today. How are you doing? I'm excited to be here with you today. So today there is not a specific topic, and I know it takes a few moments for people to jump in. So if you are already here live, or if you're watching the replay, leave a comment below. Let me know how you're doing today. Say hello, where you're watching from. And if you are already here, just invite someone to join us. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to let consciousness run this call, and I'm going to support you with your questions, give you some guidance, and see what you actually need today, right? I've given you so many, tools and strategies and also so many things in the last few weeks. So today there is not a specific topic or something very specific to teach you. Today it's all about your questions. And my question to you, number one, is do you hear and see me? Leave me a comment below if you do actually. Again, I said that last week, Facebook changed all the settings around the broadcast, and for some reason, things don't seem to work the same way, and I'm still figuring things out. So, if you are here, leave me a comment and let me know if you see and hear me. And how was your weekend? How was Easter weekend? And how are you doing right now? Now we've been in quarantine for a couple of weeks, extending it always a little bit more. Things are still uncertain, and I'm curious how you're doing. Let me know. I'm just going to wait here for a moment. If you're watching the replay, hi Ashley. Okay, this seems always like have a big delay now. Ashley, can you hear and see me? It's so funny. I gotta get this away here. Hi, Julie. Okay, Julie and Ashley are here. Fantastic. Okay, so if anyone else is jumping in, there's not a specific topic. What I invite you to do right now is to tune in, to take a nice deep breath, and to tune into, okay, what's going on right now? What do you need, and what's your question? Today I'm here for you. I will answer any questions you will have or that you do have, and I'm just going to give, consciousness and higher guidance a vehicle to pour into you today for whatever you need right now in this moment. We have enough tools, enough strategies. It's really about tuning in and giving you some self-care, giving you some attention, giving you some higher guidance. Okay, so I think now it's working. Let me see who is here. Deborah is here. Hi, thanks for the love. Yeah, click the love like button. Sue Ann is here. Hello. Julie is saying, I'm pretty good. I had a breakthrough the other day with some past issue and feeling good, calm. Fantastic, Julie. Ashley has a question. Do you recommend getting a meditation pillow? Great question, by the way. I'm going to answer that in just a minute. So if you're just jumping in, it's always taking a moment. If you are already live, invite a friend, invite someone who you want to share this time together, where you want to create an energy vortex, and who you believe who would just benefit from connecting, from getting some guidance, or has maybe a question. And it's really interesting to me sometimes because I get questions all the time. And often they send me emails and I don't have time to respond to them. I was like, hey, send them to the Soul Infused Monday show. And then when the Soul Infused Monday show is here, people are shy for some reason. So don't be shy. Use this opportunity that you get one-on-one with me with your own question, that I can give you some guidance, some support. Maybe you have another breakthrough. And also your question is always super valuable for others. And even if you don't have a question right here, right now, stick here, stay with us, because one question from someone else might be just the one thing that you needed to hear today. So here's what I invite you to do. Become present right here, right now. Take a deep breath. Bring your energy back in. Set the intention to be fully here, present, and tune in. If there would be one question that you would want to ask me, whatever, there's no limit. There might be a limit if I answer it, if it's too personal, but it's not about me, it's about your life. There would be one question right now that I could answer for you throughout this time together. What would it be? Leave a comment below. Okay, so meditations, journaling, shredding unnecessary play, walking my soul dog, waiting for spring. Okay, fantastic. Hi, Paul. Deborah. Okay, so Julie, Sue, Deborah, Paul, Ashley has already one. What's your question? How can I serve you today? What would help you today? What would be supportive? Don't don't hold back. Just use the opportunity. Use this moment to get some guidance. And if you're not sure about this, because don't overcomplicate it. There's always something. We always have a question. So, do you recommend getting a meditation pillow? Depends. So, my question to you actually would be, what's the question behind the question? So, is it good to have a meditation cushion? Yes. Is it necessary? No. So, the short answer is, do I recommend it? Yes, if it works for you. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why it's working for me and why I would recommend it. And at the same time, don't let that ever be an excuse in anyone's mind to not meditate. Like often I hear things like, oh yeah, I would meditate, but my room was a mess. Oh, I didn't have, I did have to do this and I had to do that. And oh, I don't have that right cushion and all of that. I know that's not what you're asking actually, but I'm putting it out there because it's very interesting how the mind talks us out sometimes from meditating because it's not a perfect setting. So just meditate no matter what. Why is a cushion beneficial? For several reasons. And the sitting position when you meditate, especially on energy-based meditation that I teach and that I practice, and if you have been following me, and if you've not been following me, don't worry about knowing exactly what I mean. But it's basically really to create an energy flow and it into a vertical alignment. And when our sitting position is not straight in alignment, it blocks energy flow. So sitting on a cushion, depending on how you sit, can support that because you can adjust your sitting position on sitting on your sit bone so that your base is not collapsed of your hips. That often happens when you sit, for example, on a bed, or if you sit on a couch, or you sit on the floor without having something underneath to sit on that keeps you a little bit higher. So I have a meditation cushion that is, I would say maybe, I have no idea, at least 15 years old, if not older. When I moved away from Germany, I traveled, I took it with me. For many years when I was not as solid meditating, I actually traveled with my meditation cushion because for me, it helped me tremendously to have always something prepared to sit on. And for me, that made a big difference. Now, when I'm traveling, I don't travel with my meditation cushion anymore because it's quite heavy, to be honest. Because I will meditate anyway. But it's a psychological support and it's also a physical support. And it allows to sit in a more aligned way. Does that help, Ashley? Does that answer your question? So do I recommend it? It really depends. It depends on what the reasons are behind it, and it depends also on how you sit in general. What I do recommend is, especially if you want to incorporate meditation on a daily basis, to have it set up already. Like to have, when you go to bed at night, to think, okay, I'm going to meditate tomorrow morning. Where am I going to do that? And how? So that you not in the morning is like, oh, I don't know, and what's up. So that you have your meditation cushion on the floor, your yoga mat, your chair. You want to have already that set up so that you can start your day meditating. I hope this helps. Otherwise, actually, super happy to talk to you about this more. Hi, Carrie. Can you give us a refresher on the energy flow during meditation in down, up? I can't recall the order. Yes, I love, absolutely happy to. So, in general, when you do meditate, you sit, the first thing you want to do is focus in. Like when you sit, you are focused on the outside. So the first flow, the first attention is to bring your energy into yourself. So it's towards inwards. And then through meditation, and my guided meditations always have this flow of energy because other guided meditations don't incorporate that. So be very aware that I'm talking about the energy-based meditation that I teach and I practice. That's not for all the meditations, just to make this distinction. Then when you're in, first flow is in, and then when you focus on what's in there, bring your energy back in, then next flow is really you want to focus on bringing your energy upwards. You gotta deal with what's in there right now. You can't just bypass, like if there's anxiety, if there's sadness, anything that's moving in your body or in your, like mind, emotions, we cannot bypass that going in. You cannot just go whoop up, right? Because that will block, like it's blocked, it will not really create the same flow. So it's in, then up, and then you connect up. And when you connect up to the higher self, the soul, the higher consciousness, God, whatever you want to call it, and you stay there for a little bit, access that, and then you want to bring the energy down. That's the third flow of energy down, the third flow and step, and then the fourth and last is out. Right? So you go in, you go up, you go down, you go out. And obviously there's way more to say to that, but I hope this answered your question, Carrie. Best recommendations for dealing with earth seeds. I don't know what you mean by earth seeds, Deborah, so I don't know how to answer that question. If you can specify that or clarify that for me, what your question means, I'd be happy to answer that. Hi, Darlene. Why out? Why out? Why out? Oh, why out? The energy flow, why out? Why not? What's confusing about it? Let me know what's the confusion so I can answer that to you. That's a great question. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here with you for a moment. And if there are no more questions, if you don't need anything more, I will keep it short today. But Carrie, yes, that confuses me. Yes. Carrie, what? Yes. Yes. What's the confusion? That's a great question. I love the energy flow questions. Any other questions? Don't get the energy flow out. You don't get it out? Do you feel stuck, or what do you mean? And Carrie, if I cannot answer this to you right now in the most fulfilling and satisfying way, I know you booked a session, so I can go into that a little bit more with you. But if you can clarify your question around it or what you mean, I'm happy to do that. Okay, I don't think there are any other questions. So seems like everybody's doing good. I'm happy about that. Let me see if I missed anything. Otherwise, if there's anything else that you feel like would support you today, maybe it's not a question. Maybe it's just sharing how you feel. Maybe it's just, just sitting here. I can always tune in and see if guidance, while I'm waiting for just a little longer. I'm just going to tune up, and you can do that with me. I'm inviting you if you want to, totally optional. I'm going to just tune up to my higher guidance, to my higher self, to my soul, and see if there's anything in particular that wants to come as guidance for you today. And you can simply close your eyes and just sit here with me for a moment. You can relax the muscles on your face. You can tune up to the upper part of your third eye, up to your crown, up to your higher self. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just simply close your eyes and imagine you're just tapping into my energy. And the one thing that I'm really getting, and it might resonate with some of you, is what was coming was take the pressure off. Someone just took a deep breath. So someone here right now needed to hear that. I don't know who it is, and it doesn't really matter because it's meant for everyone. So take the pressure off. Relax. No, oh, good question. Okay. Giving it away. No, Carrie, you don't give away your energy. So first of all, take the pressure off for all of you. And that could be pressure in having to figure things out. It can be letting go of control, as I'm taking the pressure off of yourself and others, and to come back to this present moment, right here, right now. That's what I'm getting. And another breath. I just felt someone else. Yeah, take another deep breath. Okay, so coming back to Carrie's question, when the flow out is no, it's never about giving anything away. It's like the energy flow is like you go in to connect in because you're usually connected outside, so you're not really present with yourself. And often, what's radiating out there is a reflection of all the stuff that is going on inside of you. So once you go in meditation and you shift your energy to a higher vibration, you connect to your higher self, you connect to your soul, and that's the energy that you bring down. That's how you live a soul-infused life. That's what's going to stream out. Versus in the beginning, you didn't have that higher frequency. I hope this makes sense. So basically, it's not about it's the flow is in, up, down, and instead of just staying here, because you still always give and receive. That flow, the horizontal energy flow is happening all the time. If you are aware of it, if you're not, if you want it or if you're not, what you are shifting is into vertical alignment, so that the vertical and the horizontal can get combined, so that you're not only on an emotional, not only on a mental, not only like on the lower frequency, is that you have that higher frequency, and that's going to infuse on how you show up in the world. Does that make sense, Carrie? Darlene, moi. Yeah, you needed to hear that today. Okay, I have one more question here. Oh, I think I have two more questions. Okay, two more questions. Do you get emotional during meditation? Almost every time I meditate, tears fall down my face. Yeah, actually, I so understand. So the first question, do you experience? Not all the time, but I have in the past a lot, and sometimes still happens. And especially when you are, when you are starting to work on yourself, meditation, because you're tuning inward, triggers the stuff that you didn't look at before, right? And right now, everything is even more intensified. It's very common not with every meditation, but again, and I know, you do the things that you've learned from me as well, because it's an energy-based meditation and it taps into a certain awareness. It hits layers that you don't hit when you're so busy and you don't notice. So when you feel emotions in meditation, that's actually a good thing. It's nothing bad, nothing to be afraid of, nothing to judge or anything. It's to simply breathe through it, observe it, allow it to flow, and you keep going with the meditation. Generally, in my experience, over time, when you do this over a longer period of time, what happens then, that you can go in, that you experience whatever is there, the tears, the whatever emotion is coming out, could be anger, could be grief, could be anything. And then you allow yourself to give it space. You don't try to fix it, you don't try to change it, you don't try to get rid of it. You give it space because it's coming up for a reason. And then you still keep the energy flow up, and at some point, because if you give it space without judgment, without trying to control or get rid of it, it has space to move and to flow, and then you can still go up, and then when you come down, usually the energy shifts and the system gets more calm again. Does that make sense, Ashley? Can you have this guide to meditation process on the inside? Yeah, I can, because it's there already. Like, I have several meditations on Insight Timer, and they all incorporate that energy flow in up. I just don't name it every time like this. But the whole guided meditation, and any guided meditation I have on Insight Timer, incorporates this flow, even if I don't name it. Does that make sense? That helps, Carrie? Great. It feels good for me to have emotional release during meditation, usually yawning tears for me. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, yes. Okay, great. Fantastic. Good. So I'm going to just repeat the most important pieces that were here for today. As number one, take the pressure off. I'm going to repeat it again. Take the pressure off. Take breaths. Relax your system. In uncertain times, in times when we have a lot of turmoil and emotions, in order for us to feel safe, the system tries to control the environment because it gives us a sense of safety, even though it's a false sense of safety. Because we can't really control on what's going on outside, but you can control how you respond to things. So take the pressure off. Take a deep breath, come back to your own self, come back to the present moment, come back to your energy, meditate, and be kind to yourself. And I say be kind to yourself. I'm not necessarily saying be kind to others, because when you are kind to yourself, you are automatically kind to others. So of course I want you to be kind to the world, to the people around you, to anyone. It starts with yourself. So whatever you're going through today, choose to be kind, choose to take the pressure off, choose to stay in the present moment. Well, thank you for being here today. I hope this was valuable and helpful. If there's something that you took out of it and you know someone might need to hear this today, share it with a friend. And leave me a comment below what was the most valuable thing of this episode today. What is the most valuable thing you're getting of this show today? Leave me a comment below right now. Appreciate it. Send me some love. And I'm going to stick here for another 30 to 60 seconds just to see. Hi, Alisa. If I missed anything or any other comments, I don't think so. We're good to go. Fantastic, Alisa. Yeah, I totally understand. Many people are feeling this way. Yeah, just go back, listen to the replay, tap into the energy, and be totally loving and kind, even in your depression. I've struggled with depression for most of my life, just sharing this, and I'm very open and transparent with it. So just before I jump off, for anyone who needs to hear this today, it's okay that you feel that way. It's okay. And it's an experience. And the most important piece right now, and I think that comes back to what the guidance was telling today, is take the pressure off, take the self-judgment off. Be kind, give it space, and take it one little step at a time. One little step at a time, one breath at a time. One connecting up at a time, one reaching out to someone who really gets you, who you know you're safe to share. And just take it one step at a time. And also, the last thing that's coming, for anyone that's feeling more intense right now, more emotional, it doesn't matter if it's depression, anger, fear, uncertainty, maybe you feel just wonderful, and that's fantastic too. A lot of people are caught in the house for weeks now. People are freaking out on some level, even if it's not conscious. But it's it's a lot to deal with. So it's not only you. We're just all tapping into the same matrix. We're all tapping into the same energy. Even more important, to unplug, to bring your own energy back so that you can connect within, you can connect up, so that you can stay more calm, more centered, and take the pressure off. Surrender and trust that you're safe in this very moment, and that you're loved and you're supported, whether you feel it or not. I love you, I support you, and I still have depression sometimes. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay, thank you. This was great birthday present. Whoa, happy birthday. You're welcome, Julie. You're welcome, Darlene. Most valuable thing, be kind to myself and others. Yeah, so important. Carrie's saying, key takeaway, take the pressure off and one little step at a time. Yeah, guidance always knows. Yeah, just pouring it into you right now. Take the pressure off. Go up. Relax. Surrender. Be kind. Take it one day at a time. Take it one Monday at a time. I will see you next Monday. Set an alarm. Put your reminder on right now. Be in time. And I will see you then. Much love. Have a wonderful day.